Hi there, everyone, and welcome to Make It Happen Monday for January of 2020. A new year and a new decade, and it's time to build your sustainability squad. Who is your sustainability squad? Well, they are the people that help you realize your potential and grow to the success and level that you want to reach. They are the village that helps you bridge the obstacles that are in your way and also help you get from where you are to where you want to go. There are 6 different groups in your sustainability squad. Group 1 are your mentors. These are the people that have been there, done that in your business or your industry, and now they're paying it back or paying it forward by providing really valuable information for other people so that they can achieve success and learn from their failures. Teachers, people who give you the skills that you need to succeed. These are usually hard skills that are very specific many times. Coaches, who are the people that are the behind the scenes energy to drive you to succeed and help you bring out the absolute best in yourself. Advisors, people who have very specific knowledge about a very specific topic, often that you yourself do not have the most expertise in. Sponsors are the people who go out into the world and represent you. They're the ones that will open the doors for opportunities that you have either asked for or that they feel you would be a good fit for. And then finally, your cheerleaders. These are the people in your life that keep you going when it all else seems lost. They're the ones who are there to support you no matter what, and that you can rely on to bolster your energy even when things appear to be pretty low, or celebrate your victories with you when they do happen. All right, so let's take a look at each one of those groups separately. First of all, let's examine mentors. Mentors keep you sustainable by providing clarity because they've walked the path that you are now on. They are a representation of your future vision. They are usually very specific to your industry. They are successful, and they have volumes of well-earned wisdom to share. They are important because they have blazed the path that you want to follow. You will learn from both their successes and their failures. Mentors are found by joining associations, going to events, asking for recommendations from peers, and watching the movers and shakers in your industry. On occasion, you may even find a mentor in one of your competitors. I see this happen a lot with competitors that may be out of your sales area. In other words, you have a store or serve a group of people in one city, and they are a duplicate of you in another city. So you're not really competing against each other, but you have very similar business models. You want to choose your mentors wisely and pick individuals with values that align with your own and who have demonstrated that they can achieve a level of success above where you are right now. In other words, you want to look for people that are where you want to go, not on an even level with you where you are now. And it's okay to pick people that are as mentors that are way far ahead of you. Because a lot of times that will really help drive you to get to that level of success. You should work regularly with your mentors for guidance on industry or topic-specific challenges. Remember, you as the seeker in the relationship need to show up with questions and be open to listening to their solutions. As mentors are often unpaid, make sure you establish some way to provide a mutual value in this relationship. With one of my mentors, we have a weekly phone call, and he often needs consulting on technology stuff. And he provides his wisdom to me around where I want to go as an entrepreneur, and I will answer technical questions for him. So it's a really nice give and take relationship. Other mentors I may meet with on a quarterly basis. And for those individuals, I may pick up the tab for coffee or dinner if there's not a mutually beneficial relationship going on with the exchange of information. So just be mindful that these folks, a lot of times, they're doing this because they want to pay it back or pay it forward. And that's great, but showing appreciation and gratitude, as well as you honoring them by giving them a little bit of a mutual value, will help you build that relationship and maintain it further. Now, the next group we're going to talk about are teachers. And teachers help you keep sustainable by providing you with a skill set. They add these skills to your inventory. Some teachers may be very transient in your life. Others are there with you very long term. Some you may never ever even meet in person, but their impact is going to be pretty substantial on you. Teachers are important because they instill both the fundamentals and the finer points of what you need to learn. You can find teachers by utilizing your networks with your peers and colleagues and using search engines. They also tend to show up in person, in videos, in books, on podcasts, and pretty much anywhere knowledge is provided. They may or may not always align with your mission and or be specific to your industry, but that's okay because what they teach can be transferred and you can make it your own. Utilize teachers as often as you can. Learning is a lifelong pursuit, and especially seek them out when you're needing to add a new skill to your repertoire. Teachers should be paid, although some will work just for the love of teaching, and some will provide free education in support of their larger program. It's beneficial to them and to you if you can do so to support their larger program, if you've gotten a lot of value out of the free pieces of their education. So that's content marketing, by the way, which is a lot of what I talk about. As a matter of fact, you're participating in it right now. If you find teachers who are especially beneficial to helping you grow, support them so that they can continue to provide you and other people with that level of skill transference. It's so important to keep that momentum moving in a mindful and global way. The next group we're going to talk about is a really critical group, and that's coaches. Coaches keep you sustainable by supporting you. They help you realize your potential, and they don't need to necessarily be successful at whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. They just need to be capable of coaching you to realize your goal. You will establish a very intimate relationship with most of your coaches, so be sure to choose these individuals wisely, and make sure you choose ones that align with your values and whom you trust with your whole heart. Coaches can be found through peer networks, through professional organizations, and through searches and recommendations. And recommendations are often the best way to find coaches. Coaching is a growing multi-billion-dollar industry, and there is a really good reason for that. It works. Some coaches will work with you individually. Other times you will be an individual in a group that's working with a specific coach. Some coaches will stay with you long term, and others will coach you on something very specific. And once you accomplish that or master that specific task or goal, then that coach will move out of your life. Your coaches are really the unsung heroes of your accomplishments, and you will find resolve, resilience, success, and joy in working with them. You should work with your coaches on a planned and regular basis. Most coaches are paid, and they should be, because they are helping you achieve success at a higher level. And that regular communication is really critical when you're working with a coach. It's not something you can kind of do hither and there. You have to make this a part of your life for it to be a successful piece of your life. I encourage you to seek out multiple coaches depending upon what your budget will allow for and what specifically you want to achieve for a goal. I love to work with coaches around very specific topics. And then I also like to work with coaches that are more overall in helping me achieve a 30,000 foot goal versus a very specific one. So there's layers of the involvement coaches can have in your life. The next group we're going to talk about are advisors and consultants, and they keep you sustainable through their special skill set. Now, I don't know a business that could exist without advisors and consultants because there's no possible way for you to know all the information that you need to know. Advisors play a crucial role in your decision making and problem solving. They usually have a very specific set of skills and knowledge that you don't have and don't have time to learn. Lawyers, accountants, IT professionals, insurance agents, bankers, financial advisors, and more people than that fall in this category. Advisors are found, again, just through your network, through peer groups, through recommendations. Some are industry specific, some are specific to their own industry and maybe to yours as well. They do often almost always have skills that there's just no way you could accomplish on your own without having to take a deep dive away from your business at least. And they have the knowledge to execute those skills within your particular need set. Advisors and consultants are always paid, and they are people that you can trust and depend on. And a lot of times what I see happen is people will have an advisor, but they don't consider that person they don't have a personal relationship with it. So I'm just going to pick on bankers for a moment. A lot of business people I know, especially small business people, they don't necessarily have a intimate relationship with their banker. Now, this is a place where, again, the farm teaches you a lot about entrepreneurialism and business. Farmers have very deep relationships with their bankers most often. In general, farms work on an operating loan, and then that operating loan is paid off annually and then renewed. And so bankers are often business advisors for farmers. So when we want to do something here on the ranch and it's going to require money from the bank, or it impacts their investment in their agricultural loan here, I have a banker that I will go sit down and talk to. I have his phone number in my phone. I have his email. He knows my name. He recognizes me when I walk in the door. And I have a backup banker in the same bank in case I need to go talk to somebody else because my regular banker isn't there. You should have that relationship with your bankers, your insurance agents, and your lawyers. You should know them well enough that when you call or when you need them, that they know who you are and have a connection. Because people who have a connection to you and a vested interest in you, that have that professional expertise, there's something about that means that they're going to work a little harder for you if you've worked at maintaining and building that relationship. Now, I don't meet my banker for coffee. I don't meet my insurance agent for coffee. But I do know them, and I do make a point to make sure that they know me as well, and they know my needs. And I work really hard to make sure I have annual reviews with my insurance agent and my attorney and my bankers and financial advisors and accountants, because it's really important. Those people are so critical to my business, and excuse my French here for a moment, but they save your ass when you get in trouble, and having them know who you are is so very important. All right, off that soapbox. Let's talk about sponsors. Sponsors keep you sustainable because they provide a path to growth, recognition, and expansion. This is a group of people that I don't think that we as business owners often seek out enough. So sponsors go out in the world to tell people about you. They are the golden goose of your sustainability squad because they always come with referrals and rewards. They introduce you to people who change your life and your business. They nominate you for awards and recognize your accomplishments. Sponsors also act as benefactors who directly support you and your business. Sponsors are found everywhere. They're found in your network. Sometimes they're found in your already in your sustainability squad. Many times your sponsors come from your group of cheerleaders, or they come from your mentors. Sometimes even from your coaches and from your teachers, and occasionally even from your advisors. They are typically not paid. Often they will be your clients as well. Sometimes you will find them just in a friendship, or someone that you meet, that you talk to at a networking event, and who is really interested in what you're doing and wants to support you. At sometimes you may not even know these people are existing or exist out in the world and are working for you. They're both found within your industry and outside of it. And I encourage you to seek out sponsors. Women, ladies, listen up. We are the worst at this. This is a skill that we somehow don't get. I don't know what it is. And I have my theories, which I won't go into here. But we need to cognitively realize that we have to go out and seek sponsors in the world. So we have to ask. And you know what? If that's uncomfortable, get over it. It's okay. You deserve to have people out there in the world speaking up for you. And don't be afraid to ask for sponsors. Don't be afraid to talk to your mentor if they're like, oh, you guys, you're doing a great job. And it's a mentor that, you're not going to be taking their clients in the representation of it, but ask them. And then if there's an industry award out there that would benefit you, or an opportunity, and you have a mentor or an advisor or a teacher or a cheerleader or a client that could recommend you for that, by all means, ask. Talk to them about that. Say, hey, I see this is out there and available. If you think I would be a good fit for this, is there, a way that you would recommend me, or would you consider recommending me? All right, let's move on to the next group, the final group. These are the cheerleaders. Your cheerleaders, they help you keep sustainable just by their mere presence. These folks are angels. They may seem like they're not as important as the other people on the squad, because they don't often actually do a lot of things, but they are definitely not the least. These folks show up in your family and your friends and your client base and beyond. They are there to support you, to bolster you, to help pick you up if you fall. They are never paid, except in a thank you here and there. And it doesn't matter if they're connected to your industry, even to your business or not. They are literally everywhere. They are your friends, your family, your clients, your community. Recognizing them and being grateful for their presence is cathartic, is energizing to a weary entrepreneur. And be thankful every day for this group. Their spirit is a great thing to have in your life. So how do you start to build your sustainability squad? Start where you are and plan for where you want to be is the best advice I have here. I have worked on my network for decades, to be honest with you. It's been something that came relatively naturally to me, and I didn't realize other people struggled with it. And one of the reasons for this class is the fact that I do recognize that a lot of times in my clients, I see them struggle with being able to build their network up. So here's some tips that I have for you. Start by making a list of the people you already have on your squad. Go back through those groups again and think about it for a moment. Who do you have for coaches? Who do you have for teachers? Who do you have for sponsors? So take a look at who you already have on your squad. Then assess where you're lacking support. Can you name several people who are sponsors out there in the world for you? Have you been considering hiring a coach, but you don't have a coach available right at the moment? Are you thinking about taking a course that might help you with a certain skill? but you haven't signed up for it yet, and you really happen to need that skill. So assess where you kind of want to go with that. Then fill those holes in by recruiting, either asking people to join you, and you can flat out ask. Find someone who you think would be a good mentor and just ask, hey, would you be my mentor? Would you consider entering a mentoring relationship with me? Do establish whether that mentoring or coaching or teaching relationships, if it's somebody that you're asking face to face, needs to be paid or not. You need to have that up front. Definitely align agreements for how you're going to work together if it's a coaching or mentoring relationship. If you need an advisor, possibly you need to pay a retainer, so that person is on your team and you know that they're on your team. Make it a really a frequent habit to go back through that list and keep in touch with your squad members. Your squad works better for you if they're more connected to you, and you are more able to utilize those opportunities if you remain connected to them as well. And give back. This is probably one of the biggest things that you need to do. Give back by participating on other people's squads. If you would be a good mentor for somebody who's just starting out and you're successful, maybe you haven't reached the pinnacle of where you want to go, but you're getting there. Help somebody else who's down the line from you. Or if you like to teach and can transfer some skills by teaching or providing content, or anything, any way that you can pay it forward. To be honest, or pay it back. It's one of the most gratifying things about being an entrepreneur is to be able to help other people along their entrepreneurial journey. All right, my name is Kimberly Beer, and I am the founder of Be More Business and Midnight Productions Incorporated. You can find me at these various haunts online for social, and I am at all these different organizations as well. You can also reach out to me at kim@bemorebusiness.com for my email address. I am also want to invite you to join the Make It Happen Monday Club. For each one of these videos that I create, I have also created a workbook and a little mini course to go along with it. If you are watching this from the course, thank you for joining that. If you are not and would like more information, visit my website at bemorebusiness.com. Click on Work with Kim and find Make It Happen Monday and click on it there. And you'll be able to join me for future Make It Happen Monday events. It's the first Monday of every month, and it is a topic specific to growing your business. I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope to see you next month for another topic. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in, and thank you so much if you're part of the Make It Happen Monday Club. Thanks.